Hi, welcome everyone. This is Final Phoenix Frage, your host for today or tonight, or whichever day it is. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening or day, whatever it is, right? Anywho, I'm just here playing Final Fantasy 16, Part 3 to the Rising Tide. So, hopefully you guys enjoy. Let's continue. Get this good. Excellent. So last time I was playing on my PlayStation Pro, and it was fun. Now I'm playing on my PS5. So we got so many missions we're gonna do here. There's about five, I think. One, two, three, four, and five. Alright. So let's start off with one over here. Before we do, let's talk to our characters. Like Joshua for a sec.
I suspect two dominants can handle whatever it is that awaits you atop that peak. And if not, there's always Lady Shula's battle axe.
Lady Shula is this madam over here. Oh, I don't speak with Jill. That's a bummer. Sorry, Jill.
How may I be of service?
Let's ask about her people's history, everyone.
Long, long ago,
Our people dwelled in peace in the lands blessed by Drake's Horn down in the southern Ash. But Drake's Horn fell, and our ancestors were forced to leave their homeland in search of pastures new,
and so we wandered.
pulling our worldly goods in battered carts and sleeping beneath the stars. If the tides carried us to unclaimed soil, we tilled it. If not, we traded our meager possessions with the
But
locals.
never did we settle in any one place.
We became what we had always considered ourselves to be a river, forever flowing, forever meandering across the land. Yet our river did not always flow freely. In Sembrek we found ourselves hunted by the Gregorian clergy, who labored to rid their inchoate empire of each and every heretic who dared to set foot here.
Their cullings came close to staying our river's course.
But despite their claims of victory, we godless barbarians survived, albeit in fewer numbers. And after many more years of wandering, of suffering, we finally found our way here to Mysidia, our new home, our haven. Okay, that's interesting. Sorry, I don't sound like her accent. I'm just going with it, it's fine. Let's ask about forbidden knowledge. So the tributary told you of our people's discoveries, those that offered us hope and delivered
The
despair.
first was the Duscan Heart.
A long-lost secret my ancestors stumbled upon during their wanderings. An ancient rune revealed to them how the Fallen had experimented with crafting their own mother crystals, using living beings capable of channeling vast quantities of ether to serve as the hearts. Of course my ancestors had not the strength to capture such a creature, nor the means to bind it to their will. Had the heavens not provided them with the perfect test subject, they convinced themselves that they could recreate an artificial heart of their own using Walias as a seed and reaped their just
The
reward,
second was the means to stop time.
taught us by the forsaken witch. She had crafted a spell to cast upon Drake's eye, that the northern territories might forever bask in its blessing. To this end, she built her lair in the air of hours, too late as it proved.
And for her failure,
They
they
ex-
exiled her here.
Knowing she was not long for this world, her body all but consumed by the curse. Little did they suspect that she would survive just long enough to welcome the first settlers of our tribe and teach to them her magics. With Walia's birth, they believed they had everything they needed to revive their fortunes. They would provoke him into priming, then freeze him in time, thus creating a ceaseless fountainhead of ether around which a crystalline tower would rise.
The rest, you know.
Their foolish plan produced not a single shard, only the near destruction of everything they had held dear, and the removal of the sun of the motes of the water from the stream of life.
Not that it could ever have succeeded.
It was a plan born of desperation, not consideration. For if the history of our people has taught us anything, it is that we do not need crystals to survive, only each other. Interesting. I wish I would have recorded more stuff about Final Fantasy 16. Show you guys a story. I don't know. I was too shy to like record videos and shit. But now that I'm doing this, it's more comfortable for me. I do like posting out. There's even if it makes your day, great. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. All right. Ask about the right of immersion.
80 years have come and gone.
Since our people took it into their heads to try and transform that poor child into the heart of a mother crystal, they erected an altar upon Cape Nepto, especially for the purpose. They claimed the site was chosen for its religious significance, the way the promontory divided the sea, representing the break in our history that the Mother Crystal would usher in. But if you ask me, its distance from the village and the clear line of sight between it and the air of hours counted just as heavily in its
The
favor.
plan was simple.
They would feed some manner of grisly offering to Walius, which they believed could draw out his Latin powers, then freeze him in time using the witch's spell, that he might serve as a constant conduit for ether.
Sadly for them,
The first pot worked rather too well. Whatever the nature of that evil concoction, it brought forth Leviathan, who raged and roiled as only a discomfited infant can. Every soul on the cape was killed in an instant. Mysidia would have been lost to the waves entirely were it not for the second party on the mountain, who wove the witch's spell as fast as their trembling hands would let them. It drove the icon back into Walia's body, where it has remained, channeling ether through the poor child's semi-prime form ever since.
and yet,
Their ill-begotten heart never did create a single shard of crystal, for our ancestors' plan was doomed from the first, whatever they may have told themselves. They say it's almost as similar as the knowledge, but it does talk about how they were trying to bring Wally as the baby into a mother crystal. That's crazy that they're willing to sacrifice a poor little baby to do such things. You know, the craziest things out there in the world is sacrificing a baby is one of those most horrific things you could ever do. Why would you do that? You know? Hey, I'm not gonna get into that topic, okay? I'm not going to get into that topic. Do what you will, do what's best for you, okay? Let's move on, alright, y'all? Because I'm getting heated about this. I don't want to talk about it. So sorry. Anywho. Oh, excuse me. I'm taking a sip.
it was the tributary of the time.
Together with his council of elders who agitated for Walia's sacrifice.
Naturally,
There were many dissenting voices, but with his own father in favor, convinced as he was that it was the only way to save his people, they were soon drowned out. Thus the plan went ahead, and Walias was sacrificed for naught, at the loss of countless lives. Yet by some miracle the tributaries was not among them. So he surrendered himself to the people's judgment for the terrible wrong he'd done.
and they pardoned him.
Even the loudest voices that had spoken out against the plan wished only for Walia's release, and demanded that we all continue to watch over him till a means could be found to effect it. So here we have remained, waiting for the day when we might finally atone for our ancestors' sins. We knew the secret to unraveling the spell that bound him from the first, but doing so meant unleashing Leviathan, and that would be the death of us all, Walius
Our
included,
only hope.
was to find a means to quell the Icon's rage. Without exposing our secret to the outside world, our only hope is you. Let's leave.
I bid you good tide.
You tied as well. Tied as well. Alright. On to a mission. Alright.
My lord, may I speak with you a moment? There is a matter with which I would beg your aid.
Of course, what is it?
Please, not so loud.
Something serious then.
Yes, I think we might have company. I was passing by the low gate when I saw a figure moving among the trees up on the cloak. At first, I thought it must have been you or your brother, so I didn't say anything, but the more I think about it, the more certain I am that the figure looked familiar.
And you're sure it wasn't one of the other villagers?
Positive. I think it was someone from outside the wall who has found his way inside. Of course, it could just be my imagination playing tricks on me. I only caught a fleeting glimpse, and it might have been you or your brother. But if it is who I think it is, we cannot allow him to leave now that he knows we're here. Would you go and see? He won't try to hurt you, believe me. Given what lurks in the forest, the only one likely to get hurt is him.
Very well.
Very well. Whether the man you saw is who you believe him to be or not, we need to know. It may yet be someone else entirely. Someone who means your people, or my people, harm.
Perhaps. Just promise me that if you do find someone up there...
Don't worry. I won't draw my sword unless I need to.
Thank you.
Yamila, this man you saw, might he be the customer you told me of?
I fear so.
The customer?
I'll explain later. Come on.
If we pick too many of the flowers, there won't be enough left to go to seed. And then next year, we won't have any.
Sorry guys, I'm a metiche, meaning I'm nosy. Let's search for the intruder on the cloak. Not too far. Let's get the map. So, somewhere here. Oh, what's this?
A bottle. Breath of the arbor. Perfume from Sunbrag. Looks expensive too. Who's there? Stop! No! No! Hang on!
Boy.
I'm coming!
Oh dear.
Don't eat me! I'll give you gut rot, I swear!
Stand back. I'll handle this. Over here!
Nice one, Torgal.
This one.
Yeah, homeboy. Mm-hmm.
Bring up to here.
Get him.
Wow, she's pretty good. Come on.
You're finished.
Yeah. All right. Let's continue, y'all.
Are you all right?
I'm more than all right. I'm saved. Oh, I could kiss you.
I could kiss him
Maybe
too.
you should introduce yourself first.
Oh.
I knew it was you. What are you doing here?
I came to see you. Oh, my little canary. It's been so long.
Thank you for saving him and sparing him.
Who is he?
Hervey, one of many clients from my employment beyond the wall.
One of many clients. We spoke every night of our plans together. Whispered songs of love into each other's ears. And then you upped and vanished without so much as a word.
I left you a note, didn't I? I told you I was sorry, but that we could never be together. That I could never abandon my family. And I told you not to look for me. How did you even find this place, anyway?
The flame of your love was as a beacon in the night that guided me to you.
Hervey.
I was walking by the coast near Northreach when I saw a lady who looked like you. Eyes like the ocean. Hair like the driven snow. The next moment, she and her companions were jumping in a skiff and sailing out towards the wave. So I, borrowed the nearest boat and started rowing.
It must have been Shula bringing us here. So what? You rowed, found a nose how many leagues across the bay, simply because you saw a woman with white hair.
And as I did, the skies changed from a dull and hopeless grey to a bright and benevolent blue. That was when I knew for certain that my little canary was close.
Oh, why did you come? You should have forgotten me, as I tried to forget you. I cannot leave my people, Hervey. And now that you know about this place, neither can you. We must return to Haven and accept my family's judgment.
I'm to meet your family. Oh, my little canary.
Please, come and see me later. You did as I asked, and you must be rewarded for it. But first, follow me, Hervey.
To the end of the world and beyond.
This fool. He's crazy in love.
You should never have found this place. How could I be so careless?
Don't blame yourself. I doubt anything could have kept that man away.
True that. Alright.
Forgive me.
There's nothing to forgive. You two met at the Vale, I take it.
When I worked there, yes. To earn the coin that my people need to survive. Though Mysidia is our sanctuary, there are certain necessities that it cannot provide. And for that reason, some of us seek employment beyond the wall. Yet few are the opportunities for followers of a strange faith in a strange land.
And so you supported your family as best you could.
I did. And I have never regretted it for a moment. I found a second family in the Vale. And in the Dame, a second mother. I also found Hervey. But our love could never be. I knew that if I revealed my secret to him, I would be putting my people in danger. But that if I did not, I would be living a lie, unable to return home.
What will happen to him now?
Since our people settled in Mysidia, uninvited visitors have been few and far between, but not unknown. Explorers, survivors of shipwrecks, none lasted long.
I see.
That was before my time, you understand. I've never had to make a decision like this before. Ymila, know that I do not blame you for any of this. It was me who decided to make the trip to shore. Me who exposed our secret. This was my mistake, and I shall bear the responsibility.
Thank you, tributary. I only beg you to remember that Hervey means us no ill will. He's just a fool. A fool who loves me.
I will take that into consideration. But yours is not the only voice I must listen to. The whole family must be consulted, and it may take time for me to arrive at my decision. I hope you understand.
Of course, tributary. However long it takes. Come what may, I thank you, my lord, for bringing us back together.
In the end, she still loves him. Thank you. Let me talk to her one more time.
I left Hervey because I couldn't turn my back on my family. And now his life hangs in the balance.
Alright. Alright, let's go on to the next mission, shall we? Oh, but there's something to make?
What is it you want?
Damn, bro. A mí no me hablas así, güey. I'm just gonna make it just to make it.
I'd like to see another smith do better.
So get my stuff real quick, guys. Nothing to make. Alright, let's go help these.
I can't go on like this.
Tatabayo, what happened?
Just try to breathe. That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fannet, healer by trade. And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too,
But
this affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether. Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
I'd be happy to.
I'd be happy to. If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what. The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
All right.
Alright. Let's find this Pavat. Oof.
The sign of the child. Oh, do you need something?
I do, though not from the forge. Fanit asked me to speak with you. She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that...
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
Trust me. I'm sorry, guys.
If we pick too many of the flowers, there won't be enough.
Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
Your name is Blazier, is it not? Pavad tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fannet is looking for. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, eh?
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
I mean, you can see him now. He's outside out there. I know, he's just an old man. I get you.
I can hardly believe it. Talor of all people. Oh, though I suppose we're both getting on a bit.
Age is a fickle thing, I suppose you could say. Alright guys, let's continue on to the quest. Love the back and forth.
Oh, ceaseless rain, guide thy bounty.
There's some people who don't like doing that, but I love doing this. I love going and talk to different characters, NPCs, you know. It's just... Oh.
Leave me be. Let me go. Let me go.
Oh.
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Blazir, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
The forest between here and the coast. Surely not. But then... I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might have some connection to the Tomberries. You may have encountered them during your time here. The small, scaly beastmen.
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying didn't work. Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there. And if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
What is going on here?
Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast. I beg you, make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Talor's life may depend on it.
Very well.
Let's see if I can buy some potions for your head out. So Tomberries are very infamous in Palpassi.
When you've decided what you want, just let me know.
They can be cute, but evil.
May it serve you well.
Thank you.
Well, if you're sure you need it.
I really need to see.
I'll be here.
Alright. Go save this man's life.
Bastard things.
And what are you two drawing?
The rill. We're seeing who's fastest, and I'm going to win.
I see.
Oh, I never should have let him go alone.
Well, I'll help you after.
Hail, stranger.
Hi, honey.
Before, we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach the coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is then.
I love it. I love that they acknowledge the fact that we're going on a different quest. I love it. That is amazing. Whee!
If there's one thing I know about beastmen, is that they love to hide in the dark.
Look at some kind of pyramid like, huh? They love pyramids. That's creepy. Wish me luck, guys. I can't wait to show you how crazy they are and how cool they are, but I'm gonna beat them. Hope so.
What are they up to? Some sort of ritual.
Forbidden.
Sorry to disturb you.
You're level 103? Did I just read that right? They were so crazy, huh? We got this. Yes. Alright.
Let's see what's on this altar then.
Let's see.
A silver chain. I doubt the Tomberries made it. This must be what Fennec was talking about.
I thought we were gonna face like the Tomberry King or something. But I guess not.
You're back. Well, did you find anything?
I did. This silver chain.
I knew it.
Well, I'm still none the wiser.
Forgive me. This chain. It's a Gregorian Maternoster.
Worn by men of the faith. What's it doing here? And why would the Tomberries be praying to it?
To understand that, you need to understand what the Tomberries are. They feed on hatred and suffering. And some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grievance against your fellow man, they will put a curse upon him.
So you think someone's put a Tomberry curse on Talor?
I can't say for sure. Truth be told, I always assumed it was an old wives' tale. But given his fear of the forest and the presence of the chain on the altar, I don't know what else to think.
Does Talor have any enemies in the village? Anyone who would nurse such a grudge?
No, I believe the one who left the chain at the altar was Talor himself.
I beg your pardon?
But there's more to the tale, you see. It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the sea already, your ire has nowhere to go but back to its source.
You're saying he cursed himself?
In trying to curse another, aye.
When my father was younger, he was one of the few permitted to venture beyond the wall on trading expeditions. He told us that when he journeyed to Sanbreque, he'd wear that chain to disguise his true beliefs, lest Griega's faithful turn their cudgels on him.
Did they ever catch him in his deception? Might that explain the ill will he bears someone?
Not that he ever told me.
Come now. Let's not waste time speculating about Talor's past. We need to focus on the present, and that means finding a way to break the curse.
All right. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
Thank you. I shall.
Aye, and thanks for going to all this trouble. Here, it's not much, but I want you to have this. We call it an adder stone. It's a gatherer's charm. Reacts to certain rare minerals we use in crafting. Makes them ring out like a bell. Stuff you'd have no chance of spotting otherwise. If you find anything, see that you bring it back to me. I can make you some decent gear with it. If you're interested, like.
I am, thank you. And I'll be sure to pay you a visit. Until then, I wish your father a swift recovery.
Serpent ring recipes unlocked. Serpent rings. You have obtained the design draft for serpent rings, accessories that, when equipped, enhance Leviathan's iconic abilities. To create these items, speak with Blackthorn in the Hideaway or Pravat in Haven's Foundry, and select the craft option. Please note that crafting them will require several materials found only in Mysilia, such as aquamarine. Adderstone. You have obtained an Adderstone. Carved from aquamarine, Adderstones will resonate both audibly and visibly with other nearby sources of the precious gemstone, making them invaluable in gathering the rare crafting material. Your controller will also vibrate when in proximity. Aquamarine is hidden throughout Mysilia, so be sure to check every corner of the region, but please note that some aquamarine locations will differ between action story focus modes and Final Fantasy mode. I see. Well, this is the first time. I don't remember this part. They never had this before. Maybe they had the same, maybe they already had it. Maybe I wasn't paying attention like I always. But it's first for me. Alright. Oh, nice. Alright, let's see what you got.
Yes?
Tonberry knife. Oh my god. Okay. Ooh, yes. Ooh, I love that stagger at that 1,000. I know, and it does take away 200 attack. Because...
What is it you want?
Let's see if there's anything else. Man, to reinforce.
A good tide to you.
Gracias, senor. Good tide to you
Sight
too.
of the child.
You don't think he's...
No, he's still alive. Huh?
Talo's resting. Poor man. I've never seen him in such a state.
Someone must know of a way to break a Tombury's curse. I'll consult the elders. And do what I can for Talor in the meantime.
Alright guys, it looks to me that we're about to end this part 3. Thank you for watching me play, and I'll definitely be making the next video the next day or so. So hang tight, most likely will be these last 2 I think. Yep. Alright. Hey, have a good day guys. Peace.